Sometimes with clearance, it feels like you find absolutely nothing, and the rest of the time, it's like you've hit the actual jackpot. Guess what I had today? Hey, friends, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and yes, today I hit the clearance jackpot at Walmart and found all these Diamond Dotz kits for $3 each. I snapped them up so fast. Don't worry, I left some behind. There were plenty there, and I thought I would share these with you today. Diamond Dotz is a pretty solid brand of diamond painting kits. You tend to see them a lot in stores. I feel like they're kind of one of the first diamond painting brands really on the market. And what you're going to get from them is, solid quality products, a decent render, sometimes confetti heavy, sometimes a lot of static, but then like legally licensed artwork. And usually, like I said, a solid quality kit. So we're going to take a look at these today and you're going to get a look at them alongside me. I'm interested to see what makes these special editions. And some of these, like these three, all say exclusive designs. Obviously, Van Gogh Starry Night, they cannot claim that one as an exclusive design, but the rest are. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at these today. And hopefully, if you are shopping at Walmart and you check your clearance aisle, you're able to find some really good deals as well. We're going to go ahead and start with Starry Night because it is just an absolute classic when it comes to diamond painting. And we're going to take a look at this kit together and see what all is included. So here you can see it looks like the original, well, 1037. Was that really the original price? They marked it down to $7 at one point. I can't get that to rip off. I mean, that's just such a weird number to give it. Was it really $10.37? Who knows? But anyway, we have the design kind of wrapped around the box. You can see Starry Night is the name of this kit up here. Are they saying this is an intermediate kit? Yeah. Okay. So Diamond Dots will give different like skill levels to their diamond paintings. And they're saying this one is intermediate. Okay, so you can visit Walmart.com for different exclusives. And then it comes with three new dotting tools. Those just look like other kinds of multi-placers and a straightener. But they have a QR code. You can see what the finished design looks like. That's actually kind of handy. Special edition. We'll see if it tells us inside why. Here's the design area. Again, this is just classic Starry Night by Van Gogh. Size, the design is 35 by 27 centimeters. The fabric size they give you both is 43 by 35 centimeters. So really not too big at all. Design interpreted with love by the Diamond Dotz design department. Oh, so they're giving us some information about kind of their rendering team and stuff. 31 colors, 11,000-ish diamonds that are going to be on this canvas. On the back, they tell you about how to diamond paint. If you are a beginner with diamond painting, please do take a look in the description box of this video for some helpful links, including just a 101 type video that covers the basics, along with some other hopefully helpful how-tos. But here's just, basics written out for you. Here's our kit contents. And yeah, I don't see anything about this that's different than their usual. So yeah, we'll take a look. Let's open this up. Oh, I need to cut that tape there. But yeah, $3. You're really not going to see kits for this cheap. Occasionally, you'll see the Make Market brand at Michael's go on clearance. But even there, I don't $3. Don't normally see them go down quite this low in price. So classic Diamond Dotz branding all around. Okay, that's everything. Let's see. It looks like the toolkit is in here along with the diamonds. Let's take a quick look at the toolkit. These are just your basics. They're saying, okay, so we have a basic pen, a squishy you can put on the pen. There's some pink wax. There's a tray. And then they pointed out on here on the box, they said 3 new dotting tools. But again, that just looks like a straightener and 2 different kinds of multi-placers. I thought Diamond Dotz included multi-placers with their kits already, but maybe I'm misremembering. I'm not sure. As far as looks like the canvas is what's going to be in here. I don't know if we'll have a legend or anything. Sometimes Diamond Dotz includes like an instruction sheet. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I see an instruction sheet. And then there's the canvas. You roll this backwards. This feels different from Diamond Dotz usual material. I feel like Diamond Dotz canvases typically are a really stiff material, almost like an oilcloth. This feels like a soft lint canvas backing. There's that design though. That actually looks decent. That looks decent for this size. Let me see. There's quality color printed fabric piece. It doesn't tell us what the fabric material is. I was just curious if they did, because it definitely feels different from the other Diamond Dotz canvases I've worked on. It doesn't totally want to lay flat. Let me see if this will help. If your canvas doesn't want to lay flat, you can peel the plastic back halfway each direction and try laying it back down. Sometimes that will help. And there's that. The instruction sheet here, just a little bit more detailed explanation of how to diamond paint. And some tips. These tips actually can be helpful, especially if you're new. So I do appreciate that. So no legend or anything like that. It really depends on the Diamond Dotz kit. I feel like every once in a while I've seen them include a legend, but most of the time I don't think they do. Okay, let me show you this canvas up close. Probably one of the first things you notice if you're like me is that they have this painted border. I have done some Diamond Dotz kits that have had this sort of, there's artwork and printing around the border that then goes into the diamond painting. I don't remember it ever being quite this thick before. This is like a centimeter's worth of the design. But yeah, that's a nice kind of framing sort of look to it, which I can kind of look like the finished effect of that. Here's the backing of it. You can kind of see that this is kind of that short lint or soft lint kind of material. It's kind of fussy in terms of not wanting to lay flat like this, but you could put something heavy on top of it, and that would probably help. We have a legend up here, and this does include Diamond Dotz, their own numbering system. So while most diamond painting companies use the DMC numbering system, which comes from the DMC brand of floss, Diamond Dotz uses their own. And there are conversion charts out there. I actually think there might be one on the Diamond Dotz website where you can convert the Diamond Dotz number over to whatever the DMC code is. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure this color, 8131, that looks like that might just be black, which would be 310 in DMC color code. So we have the same legend over here. And then here's the name. They always put this like unit number down here. But then Starry Night by Van Gogh. There's your design size, fabric size. Let me measure because I'm curious just to confirm if the design size that they have here, if that includes the border. I think it probably does, but we're going to see. Let's do it in centimeters because that's how I usually do my measurements. Yeah, about 37. Oh, no. Okay. So the design size of the drill field. Well, no, that's less than 35 as well. The design size of the drill field this way is 34 and a bit, like not quite 34 and a half. And the design size, including the border, is almost 37 centimeters. So do with that what you would like. And then this way, the whole image with the border is 29 centimeters on the nose. And then just the drill field is like 26 and a half, and it's listed as 27. But my rule of thumb when it comes to diamond paintings, when I'm doing the measurements like that, is that I'll give them a centimeter or two of wiggle room. So I would still consider this true to size. Looking up close at the symbols, I'm actually really happy to see that this does not have the red symbol issue that sometimes plagues Diamond Dotz kits. I say plagues because it's one of my least favorite things about their kits. And I really appreciate that in some ways, in some of their kits, they're moving away from that. And what that is sometimes Diamond Dotz will use, like, even if the color in the background is like a shade of blue, sometimes the symbol will still be red and it's oversaturated and blurry and hard to read. But I'm actually really pleasantly surprised looking at this that I'm not seeing blurry symbols. This does not look oversaturated. It looks extremely confetti heavy, but the symbols are very, very clear in a way that I feel like I don't always see from Diamond Dotz. So I'm really happy to see just symbol clarity. It makes the canvas so much easier to work on when you're not fighting for your life trying to figure out what the heck the symbol is that you're looking at, or straining your eyes, like squinting to try to see it a little more clearly. Let's look at the diamonds. One thing that I do love about Diamond Dotz is I think that they have some of the most sparkly round diamonds on the market. Their round diamonds just have this crazy, crazy twinkle to them that it's so eye-catching. I absolutely love it. I love Diamond Dotz round diamonds. I don't necessarily have as much love for their square diamonds, but their rounds tend to be great. I don't tend to have complaints about their round drills. Sometimes we'll run into static, but this does not look bad. Because if it were really high static, you'd see the drills really clinging to the sides really strongly. And it doesn't seem to be doing that as much with these. If you run into static, I would recommend using dryer sheets, literally pouring the diamonds out from these bags into dryer sheets tends to really help a lot with getting rid of that static. Now, these packages, they have the legend number, the A14, and then the 8119 is the Diamond Dotz color code. Again, these do not have DMC color codes like most other diamond painting brands do, but you'll still be able to match up these colors in the bags with the colors on the legend. I'm not too bothered that these don't come with sticker sheets because these are really small canvases. And in my mind, this is not going to be a big deal for me to just, when I'm working on this, very easily reference either one of the legends. It's not like this is a really big kit that I'm having to travel, so, a foot or 3 feet or something to see a legend. It's like, no, it's just right there. It's a small kit, so I don't mind. This kit didn't come with any special drills. Sometimes Diamond Dots kits will come with special drills, but I don't see any in this one. It didn't look like there were any on the box either. And I don't know if it would say on the side if there were special drills or if you'd be able to tell if there were like ABs or something. But this one didn't come with any special drills. You know what? For $3, this is a really good kit. I have to be honest with you. For $3, this is a steal. And even for the original retail price that it looks like according to the sticker was $10 ish. These other ones say like $9.88. I'm gonna guess that these were around $10 if you bought them full price. Even for $10, that's good. Like the value would be there for me, and it would be worth the price for me. So, but yeah, check out your clearance section at Walmart for this one because Summer with the Masters is about to kick off. In kicks off June 1st and runs through the end of July. And it's an event that centers around all things like kind of classic artwork, and Started It by Van Gogh would qualify. It's really anything that's currently artwork that was made from before the current copyright year, which as of this year is like basically anything before 1930, I believe. And it's a super casual and laid back event if you want to join in. And Diamond Dots has a lot of kits that would qualify. I'll link to the the announcement video if you'd like to find out more information. But $3 at Walmart, you could totally join in with this kit. So anyway, that is a Starry Night. And let me just move this off to the side so that we can take a look at another project together. Let's see. Next up, let's actually take a look at this wolf over here because this one looks like it's a partial, and I want to kind of show you guys how this can be different from these other diamond paintings. So this one is just called Wolf Portrait. Curious if they also consider this one an intermediate. I'm so curious what makes them decide. Yeah, that one says intermediate. What the difficulty level is, because it's like, oh well, there's not as many diamonds on this one because it's a partial. I feel like maybe it could be considered beginner. You know what? Looking at the last one, I don't know what makes it a special edition. If you notice something that I didn't, let me know. Or maybe it's just this is a particular line of kits that was just limited time, and that's what makes it special. Who knows? Design size on this one is 27 by 35 centimeters. Again, fabric size is 35 by 43. So same size, same design, interpreted with love by the Diamond Dotz department. We're looking at 27 colors and around 8,100 diamonds. And if you're wondering what is a partial diamond painting, I will explain it once we're actually looking at the canvas. And just looking at the render on the canvas or on the box, you can kind of get a sense for maybe what that's going to be too. Basically, it's where the drill field doesn't cover the entire image. There's parts of the image that are just printed on the canvas. And I've done one or two partials from Diamond Dotz, and I've loved how they've turned out. So I think this will probably be a pretty similar experience. Looks like we have the same deal here as far as we have that basic toolkit in there. Look at the drills in just a bit. Let's look at the canvas first. All right. Ooh, this one comes with some special shape drills. Look at those big symbols there. Okay. Instruction sheet again. Roll this backwards. This is that same like soft lint material. But yeah, it's really being fussy about laying flat for sure. But there is that. That's cute. That's cute. So looking up close, here's what I mean. So this is just printed part of the artwork, and there's no diamonds on this part, and then just this part, the actual wolf, is what has diamonds. It looks like we're gonna have maybe some special shape drills down here. Maybe that's like beads that are hanging off the wolf. So we'll take a look. On the legend, they kind of get their own special section, these like really special shaped or type drills. So it's kind of separate from the rest of the legend. But the same deal going on here as far as the symbol, like the number system that they use, that's Diamond Dotz exclusive. And I'm happy to see once again, no red symbols, no overly saturated symbols. I kind of wondered if the canvas material on other Diamond Dotz kits that was like that 100% polyester feeling, if that almost like soaked up and spread the ink a little bit, and that's what made it blurry. I don't know. This is produced under license from Shutterstock.com, and I appreciate that Diamond Dotz is trying to make really clear on this canvas and hopefully on these others that are not public domain artwork like Starry Night was. I'm hoping that they do the same so that we know that this artwork is above board and we're talking about licensed artwork in that sense. Size wise, let's see if we go from like the drill field to the drill field and ideally laying this flat, we're at about 34 centimeters. Well, this is 35 for the design size, but this is a partial, so it's a little, I don't know. I never know exactly like what they're going off of when they go with this. So then it's like 25, 26 this way. It's listed as 27. So I'm guessing they're more measuring the overall image, including kind of like the background, which is fine. It's really fine. Partials can be nice because there are certain parts of artwork like this kind of soft watercolor background that's not going to translate very well to diamond painting form with the drills, like the size that it's at. So I think that it makes sense and it's going to help the wolf actually kind of pop up off the background in a way that I think it's going to look nice. Now, not necessarily everyone loves doing partial diamond paintings. It's completely subjective if that's going to be you or if you're like, oh no, this seems great, let's do it. So just, I guess, know what you're getting into. And if you haven't tried them before, I'd say try it at least. This toolkit, by the way, comes with a green squishy instead of an orange squishy. Just a little minor little difference there. Let's look at these diamonds, these colors, and see. I want to get to the special shape drills. These are in legend order, so you can see we're obviously going in backwards order here, but it starts with like the A01 and continues on from there. I think that I was wrong about the Diamond Dotz color on the other canvas. I was like, oh, that's probably 310. It probably wasn't. This looks like 310, 8001. Lots of just earth tones in this one. Browns, beiges, grays. And I have run out of drills on a Diamond Dotz kit once or twice, like a color, and I've just made do. I think you could contact their customer support and see if they could send replacements, but I usually just go diving in my spare drill storage. So these are these special shaped diamonds. They're these like extra large round ones. These ones have like a crystally effect. This is like a just metallic effect. There's, lots of variety here and some more kind of crystal looking ones. So the mirror part's what's going to go flat down on the canvas. Then we have the reflectiveness of the rest of these. These just look like a plain black drill, just oversized. So yeah, you could see kind of color coded what those are going to be on this canvas. Pretty self-explanatory, I think. And you can obviously tell that we have plenty of each of those. There's only 2 of this color on the canvas, but they gave us 4. I don't know. Would you save those and try to find something else to do with them? Anyway, that's our special shape drills. Always nice to have something to kind of mix it up a little bit. So I do like that a lot. This is Wolf Portrait and is a Shutterstock image. And that was our second kit from this Walmart clearance haul. Now, let's next take a look at this landscape looking piece. I have a feeling this is one I'm going to hand off to my mom, who does enjoy doing landscapes and working on these more like snack size kits too. So this might be more up her alley, but you can kind of see what this is going to look like. There's little church buildings and stuff. I'm impressed that they took an image like this and were like, yeah, no, sure, we'll do this at that 35.5 by 28 centimeter size point. Surely we could do that. We'll take a look. Let's see, 35 colors, 12,000 diamonds. And there's a look at the image again as well. Just a tiny little thumbnail. Let's see. I want to know what this is going to look like with like the canvas itself, maybe. Let's see all those colors and see if they snuck any special drills into this one. Ooh, that's colorful. See that right off the bat. There's our toolkit. And let's see this canvas. I'd be really interested to hear from you if you've worked on one of these Diamond Dotz canvases that comes with the soft lint material instead of that polyester material. What did you think of working with it? Did you like it? How was it? Same instruction sheet, friends. And ooh, this really got super crumpled. I will say, when it comes to kits that I'm opening up like these that have such a low price point, even before the fact that I got them on clearance for $3, I tend to be more forgiving. I tend to have a lot more grace and be like, oh, it's fine about a lot of things when it's like this kit was so cheap compared to a kit that I spent, $40 on. And that includes things like, well, if this got kind of crumpled, like it's whatever, I'll work around it for a $3 price point. Of course, where you land on that and kind of where you find value and whether something is worth it and what your expectations are, it can be different from mine, and that's fine. But like this would honestly, it was even for $3, like this situation would drive me kind of crazy. The constantly curling up edges. Typically, once you start putting diamonds down, that kind of helps it lay flat a little bit better. But yeah, I would probably grab something heavy and just like set it under there for a couple of days. You know, yeah, you can totally make out what these buildings are and these cute like little bushes and stuff. That's really cute. That's really cute. Diamond Dots does a nice job, I feel like, of rendering these pieces. It tends to be, I feel like, a little bit more confetti, a little bit softer rendering style compared to like companies that have super clean and crisp rendering styles like Diamond Art Club does. But it still can really suit the artwork and really what kind of rendering style you like. Like that's going to be subjective if you feel like, oh, this is a quote good render or a bad render. This one, again, love to see super clear symbols. That has to be one of my favorite changes when it comes to, at least maybe that's what makes these special edition. I just am really happy to see that. But yeah, this one has 35 colors, but I don't see any special drills marked. Let's see. Oh, this one is also licensed from Shutterstock and is called Winding Road. I think I forgot to mention that when we were looking at the box. Colors wise, this is definitely the most colorful of the pieces we've looked at. It looks like there's going to be just a ton of variety in terms of color. And this is also going to be really confetti heavy. The wolf had like little bits of color blocking, but this one and Starry Night, just confetti central. I didn't really mention, I'm sorry, confetti is where you have like lots of color changes in a small area. So you're talking about doing more in the way of single placing. You can see there's not like huge blocks of color. This is like the tiniest example right here of color blocking. It's more like line blocking. So you can grab a multi-placer to lay these drills down, but no, landscapes and then like Starry Night, Van Gogh style. That art style is going to have a lot of confetti, just to give. It tends to give more detail and also tends to help when there's like a lot of colors going on to really help with some like color blending. Very rainbowy in terms of colors. So if you're looking for something really colorful for the spring or summer season, this screams spring to me, just with all the blooming flowers and everything. This kind of kit definitely more up your alley. It's like the wolf feels like winter. The this church one feels like spring. Starry Night, I guess, feels like summer for summer with the masters. And I guess we'll pretend like this plant one feels like fall somehow. I don't know. I'm just trying to tie it all together in a way that it doesn't tie together, but it's fun anyway. So those are the drill colors for Winding Road. That's for $3 solid. Honestly, I do like that. So I'm gonna see if my mom wants that one because I don't usually do landscapes here on my channel, but yeah, this one might be right up her alley anyway. So that's 3 of 4. Let's open up this last one here, which I can't tell. I don't think this is going to be 4 separate canvases. It looks like it's all in one, but it also looks like it has a freestyle grid. So I'm intrigued. I want to see what this one looks like. I feel like these 4 kits are kind of a little bit of everything. And it's nice to see that Walmart and Diamond Dotz are offering some variety. So hopefully there's maybe something for everyone, whatever you're looking for. I'll explain what I mean by the kind of freestyle grid once we are opening this up. But this one, are they also, let's see, intermediate, I'm assuming? Yeah, I see an I there. Yep, intermediate. Size wise, 25.5 by 25.5 centimeters or 10 by 10 inches. So a little bit smaller, just a square all around. And then five colors. Okay, five colors. That's it. I knew it was not going to have a ton of colors, but five. That's exceptionally low. 6,839 total drills placed. So take a look at this one. I wonder if the drill bags for this one are just going to be like big-ish bags of these five colors. I don't know how to make this one seem like it's fall, so we're just going to skip the seasonal connection analogy that I was going for here. Okay, so we have toolkit again, canvas. Yeah, this looks like it's just one big canvas. It's not four separate canvases for sure. But you could work on this in quadrants if you wanted to. Same instruction deal here. Same canvas material and less drills though placed on this one in part because it is this freestyle, I think. So what I mean by freestyle is if you take a look, especially some of these like where there's circles or curves or arches, instead of this being like this canvas where everything is on a very strict grid, just left, right, and up and down. It's very much a grid, lots of straight lines. This one just sort of follows the curvature of the things in the image. So, on a practical level, what that means is that you're not going to do as much multi-placing because in a lot of places, like, these leaves or like the curves of the circle, there's not like all the drills lined up really neatly in a row. There are some, like in here, these are nice, like straight lines. But for the most part, this is more just it's following the image, kind of a freestyle grid. So I do like this border. This looks really sharp. Looks like this is under license from Shutterstock as well. Not a total even cut here. I guess that is what it is. And here's our five colors. The colors themselves, yeah, just big bags of these, but this is definitely the smallest and kind of simplest image of the bunch, I think. All right, this one has a yellow squishy. And then colors wise, it's, pretty self-explanatory here. And look at again, I mentioned the Diamond Dotz round drills and how I feel like they just have such sparkle and twinkle to them. You can really see it with the dark colors, especially the way they just grab the light. They're so faceted. A round drill Diamond Dotz kit is going to sparkle. So we have 2 bags of this color. And then just one each of these two. This could be more of like a kid-friendly kit, just in terms of the design and style, but the actual image, I don't really necessarily think of kiddos, but it could be an option. Maybe someone you're trying to get into diamond painting. So that is Boho Quartet, and is the fourth of these 4 canvases that we've taken a look at today. So my overall impressions are still that I feel like these were a steal. $3 per kit of licensed artwork. And honestly, as much as I fussed about some different things, it's solid Diamond Dotz quality. Those canvases are a nice material, and I really do think that they are going to lay flat okay once you start working on them or put something heavy on top of them. The renders of these look really good, especially considering we are talking about very small canvas sizes. I'm especially impressed with this church one. This kind of winding road is the name of it. I think they did a really nice job with that given the size point. And I feel like a lot of people, like if you're a crafter that likes to display your completed diamond paintings in your home, this seems like this is, it often is landscapes that those kinds of crafters will gravitate towards. So this might be right up your alley. So the fact that it's going to look nice completed is just a huge plus in my book. But I like that there's variety in terms of, there's a partial if you'd rather work on that style of image. There's freestyle if you'd rather do that. There's like classic artwork if you're just like, I want to gravitate towards really just traditional classic kinds of styles. So really, I was happy with the selection at my clearance aisle at Walmart. Now, you guys know how clearance goes. It's absolutely not guaranteed. Your Walmart might have a ton or they might have nothing. You might have options that I didn't see. I will say that either way, a lot of Walmart stores do carry at least some diamond paintings. I have the best luck at super centers as opposed to just like a standard Walmart, but I think you can usually check on the app to see what's in stock, not necessarily what they have in stock of their clearance options, but just on their regular, in their regular crafting section, if they carry any diamond dots, I feel like you can usually check. So, ahead of time before you go into the store if they're actually going to have anything. I've seen some seasonal ones like this past winter. They had an end cap of a ton of like Christmas wintry kinds of diamond dots kits that were really inexpensive. And so if you're on a budget, and you're wanting to pick up something in store, this could be a solid option, even if, like I said, you aren't able to find something that's actually on clearance. But please, please, please let me know in the comments below. Have you had any luck with these clearance finds at Walmart yourself? Or do you know? I know not everyone has access to a Walmart or shops there, but there are other stores that do have budget friendly options you can go into. I mentioned earlier, Make Market from Michaels is a great budget friendly option that you can check out. That's really the main one that comes to mind. Occasionally, Target will have a diamond painting or two. Like they have one that they stock in their crafting aisle like all the time. It's kind of meh in my opinion. But then they'll sometimes have cute seasonal projects, but it's not like a huge selection. I don't really have a good equivalent for other in-store options, especially now that Joann's has closed. So let me know in the comments though if there are other stores that you like to shop at in person that you found some, solid diamond painting options. I keep hearing that Dollar Tree has them. I have been to a couple of different Dollar Trees in the past few weeks and I've never seen them, but I'll keep an eye out. So anyway, thanks for joining me for this look at some clearance Diamond Dots kits from Walmart, and I hope that you enjoyed getting to take a look at these and maybe hopefully gives you some luck for finding some yourself if you are shopping. So please subscribe if you want to see more diamond painting videos from me. I try to do unboxings and reviews of diamond paintings from a wide variety of different stores and companies, and do other things like diamond painting related tutorials, and I do weekly whip and chats, just diamond painting stuff. So I'd love to have you here as part of my community. But either way, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are doing well and that you have a day and a week that's as amazing as you are. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.